Hey everybody, it's Morgan Suter at BC High. This video is on setting up OneLogin, which is going to be your portal to lots of important systems at the school. I'm going to do this video setting up my own incoming 7th graders account. So I'm going to do this real and live. Feel free to follow along. If you have questions, difficulties of any kind, please, you can send me an email at Suter, SOUTTER, at bchigh.edu. All right, here we go. I'm going to start by opening up a browser. So you can use Chrome or Safari or any browser you're comfortable with. I'm going to open up Safari. I have it down at the left here. So we open that up. I've already typed this in, but you should go to bchigh.onelogin.com. Once you get to this screen, don't type in a username, just hit Forgot Password at the bottom of that little box. Once you hit Forgot Password, you'll get to this screen. Type in the username of the person we're trying to configure. In this case, I'm using this. You don't need to put the full at students.bchigh.edu username. This will work just fine like that. Then hit continue. Once you do that, you'll be notified that an email has gone to the account of the person we're trying to set up. If you have difficulty setting up your son's email, please let me know about that as well, because that is definitely a requirement for this process to work. So once you've gotten to this screen, hit the home button and go into email, and there should be an email waiting from OneLogin. It looks like this. Then you click the link. It says click here to reset your password. So we click on that. And now you're being asked to set a new password. Notice there's a whole list of requirements. What it doesn't say, but which is just as important, is that you cannot put the student's first or last name anywhere in the password. It'll reject it if you do have that in there. So with that in mind, we type in a password. This is just going to be a password I'm going to change later, so don't bother trying to look at it. I'm just going to use BC High 26 exclamation exclamation, and then hit submit. Uh-oh, I'm not allowed to use BC High. Bummer. All right, so I have to do something more interesting. So I'll say Boston 26 exclamation exclamation submit. Terrific. Okay, so now it forces me to sort of practice. So I'm going to do it one more time. I'm going to tell it to remember my username because I don't want to do this again and again. And then I'll type in that password that I just tried to set. It was Boston 26 exclamation exclamation. I then hit continue, and it'll say great job, but it'll also say this one more thing: two-factor authentication is required. So we're being very, very controlling about this login process because OneLogin is going to be the portal to all kinds of stuff. So we've got to get it really, really secure. So hit begin setup. You're then told you've got to get OneLogin Protect. So you need to make sure you have this app called OneLogin Protect on your iPad. If you're following along doing this on a laptop, because you're a high schooler or because your son is a high schooler and is choosing to use a laptop this year, that's fine, that'll work too. Then you have to get OneLogin Protect on your cell phone, on your son's cell phone. Don't worry, this won't require anybody to use their cell phone at school, but when off campus, then yes, if you're using a laptop, you're going to have a cell phone with you to log into this. But if you just have an iPad, that's fine. You can just get the OneLogin Protect app on the iPad. One way or another, let's pause. You have to have the OneLogin Protect app. Get it somewhere. I'm going to proceed as though you have it on your iPad. So here we go. When the app is installed, it says down here, number 2, come back to this screen and click activate. Well, I've already installed OneLogin Protect, so I'm going to hit activate. Okay, I'm doing this process as if you're doing it on an iPad without a cell phone at the ready. So if you have OneLogin Protect just on your iPad, on this same iPad that you're using to set up this account, you should click can't scan the code. Can't scan the code. If you're using, by the way, if you're doing this on a laptop and you have a separate iPhone that you've, or Android phone that you've downloaded OneLogin Protect onto, yes, you can open up OneLogin Protect, hit the plus button, and then just scan this QR code, and basically you'll be way ahead of us. And then I'll come back to you in a second. But if you're doing this on the iPad, just hit can't scan the code at the bottom here. Okay, so it gives us this code. You need to write this code down so that you remember it or have it available. One way or another, you've got to record that. I just took a picture of it with my cell phone. Once you've done this, hit the home button. Open up One Protect. So I've got OneLogin Protect over here on the right. So I'm going to open that up. I'm going to hit allow. I'm going to hit the plus in the top right corner. It's the very top right corner of the screen. I'm going to say, sure, allow this, although I'm not going to use the camera in this case. At the bottom left, the very bottom left of the screen, I'm going to hit enter code instead. When that comes up, I'm now going to type in that code that I recorded. You have to type it with the dash that was included. In this case, it was 01179165 Once you've got the code in and double checked that you've put it in correctly, now I need to check. Yes, then hit done. And wait for a second. Great, then this code comes up, which means, sounds good. You're not going to need to use this code. To make sure everything has worked correctly, hit the home button, go back to Safari, so bottom left, I'm going to click Safari one more time. And it'll then log me all the way in. It gives me this stuff and says, hey, do you want all this other stuff? No, don't worry about it. Just hit skip. And ta-da. If you've done it right, you should see something like this. Other things are going to start showing up. You don't need to click on Canvas right now. There's going to be more than Canvas here. And there's some things that we haven't even enabled yet. But basically, that's it for now. If you got to here, great. Again, if you have questions, you can email me at souter@bchigh.edu. That's SOUTTER@bchigh.edu. Thanks.